The Summer of Gunn. Summer of Gunn. The Summer of James Gunn. The Summer of James Gunn. The Summer of Gunn. The Summer of Punk. Is this the Summer of James Gunn? Hey guys, welcome to AWO Air Order. Welcome to my channel, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hope we're all doing good tonight, guys. Make sure, do me a favor, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Join membership, please. We appreciate it. Do it, okay? Now I want to see something. Okay? We would appreciate it. You did join membership. Okay? Oh, blind has seen it. But is this the summer of Gunn? Why am I asking this? Because it seems every single day, there's a gun item, a gun news. It should be banned. It should be banned. Gun news. I'm kidding. Oh, what am I? Where am I supposed to send this to? What was I gonna send this to? Oh yeah. Fuck, man. All right, shut up. Okay. Summer James Gunn. Because yeah, every day it's like every day there's always gun news, an item, something on James Gunn. Like you could almost go you can almost not go out with a day where it's something about James Gunn and from James Gunn himself, the man. Obviously because the success Superman and Peacemaker going on, so it's all understandable. But can you give us like a week off, please? That's not going to happen because of 2 days Peacemaker season 2. I bet you he's going to open his mouth or just write on his social medias once Peacemaker season 2 comes out. People see it, and he's going to whatever we see, he's going to talk about what we saw. Obviously, he's going to do that. That's because that's what James Gunn does. That's what the Gunster does. But it just seems like every single day there's something about James Gunn. Publicity rise. Publicity. Okay, not publicly. Publicity rise. I read that wrong. Yeah, James definitely had a big win. It's having a big win for these past 2 to 3 months. Definitely. His movie is dominating the box office this summer. Okay, this summer. Even though no movie did amazingly well. It did all right. And all those dollars say Fantastic Four is not going to beat 500 million. It's going to make 500 million. So we'll get to the 500 million mark, whatever. But who cares? It's not the point. But this is the summer of Gunn. And I stole this from. I didn't realize that I didn't realize that was a thing in WWE. I when I was making this stream. When I was making this stream, I didn't realize I was token from the WWE Summer Punk or Ring of Honor. I didn't realize that until Red reminded me. Okay? Okay? All right. Love it or hate it, Superman gave life to superhero genre as far as Norm is concerned. I don't know. I don't know. Superman. Superman to me, normies no. I got I I have to I I have to see a Supergirl and Clayface to. Oh, Peacemaker actually, the viewership for Peacemaker season episode one did well, but to me, I have to see how Clayface and Supergirl does. And I'm not one of those people going to prop Supergirl against and restore the Gunn first. I'm not going to put up talk about last month. Mine though. Okay. Um, but I'm not talking about putting up Supergirl versus Spider-Man, No Way Home, like a brand new day. That's a ridiculous. I mean, there's just gonna be people that's gonna do it, even though they come out a month apart. And I'm gonna be like, I said so many times, gonna be like, no, you know what? You know, it's not fair. It's not fair to Supergirl. And it's really not fair to Spider-Man. Like, really, Spider-Man's gonna blow away Supergirl. That doesn't mean Supergirl's not gonna be good and not be successful. It's just this is Spider-Man. This is it. Okay. Clayface to me is a more real test. Okay, can the villain known as Clayface, can that be successful? What the thing about Clayface, it's not so much that he's a Batman villain. Batman villain, fine. Penguin show's done well. People like the Penguin show. Joker movie's done well. The first one of these, okay, two Batman villains. The thing about Clayface is he's not one of the most talked about Batman villains. Among normies. Normies don't really talk about when they hear Batman villains. They don't really talk about Clayface as much. But that's not the point. My point about that is about Clayface. What hurts Clayface, to me, it's not. It's not as it as a one of not a top five Batman villain or a top seven Batman villain. I mean, whatever you get, that can be all subjective in terms of popularity. But it's to me, it's the lead. The lead is not a relatively known actor. And the thing I know, some people might say David Cornsred was not really unknown until this movie. Yeah, but David Cornsred's been in some shows in some other movies, smaller movies. Like I think he was in Pearl. I think he was in the movie Pearl. Okay. And he was in Twister, so he was a little bit more well known with the Clayface actor. The Clayface actor, people really don't know much about. And that's the only official casting. This movie needs a big star in it. Needs somebody well known to sell. To sell. The thing was so Joker was, yeah, it was the Batman villain, but they got Joaquin Phoenix, recognizable, and Robert. No, I was about to say Robert Downey Jr., but Robert De Niro. Okay, and when you look at Supergirl, Millie Alcock, people before she got the role Superman and Supergirl, not Superman, she was a couple episodes of House Dragon. I agree, Degrassi. It's ridiculous, but it might need a Batman in it, right? Okay. See. So this is doing Superman. See, but the thing with Supergirl, they needed a big actor, a big time actor in it because, and Jason Momoa, whether it's big or small, Jason Momoa is gonna as Lobo. Clayface needs a well known actress in it. Okay. So many people know. Okay. The thing about I'm going to take a great example. When from Marvel, Thor one, Thor one, Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth. They were not relatively known. Okay, Chris Hemsworth. The only thing Chris Hemsworth people might have recognized from is as Captain Kirk's father in Star Trek. That's it. But what they did with Thor, they gave us some recognizable actors and actors. I mean, they gave us Anthony Hopkins, and Rene Russo, but Anthony Hopkins for sure, right? When Marvel, traditionally when Marvel casts you traditionally younger, not not well-known people for their major roles, they supplant them with well-known actors or actresses to help sell the film. Okay, okay, okay. So the thing, and look. This not do the Marvel versus DC thing for the next 2 years, please, fat people. I'm sorry, but like 2027 will be a different story. But Marvel is gonna have three of their biggest movies in the next 2 years. DC, DC, Superman sequel might be one of their biggest movies, and obviously Batman, the Batman. But we're talking about the Avengers. They used to make stars. Yep, yeah, you're right. Not just employ them, but with Marvel and DC, they supplant them. Right? They supplant not the star, but they supplant the co-stars. Right? It's the selling point now, and they hope the hope the no name or not the least recognizable kills it with kills it with the role they get as the leading character. Right? David Cornsett. David Cornsett. Let's see what I mean. Obviously, you signed up for more Superman stuff, but will he get other work outside of Superman? Okay. Millie Alcock, if she kills the Supergirl, will she get more work out of Supergirl? Right? But let's see. Let's see. Uh, okay. But it's not doing this thing. Like Marvel is the three biggest movies in the last 10 years are coming out. Coming out in the next 2 years. Okay. And you know what? It's possible. It's possible. X Men might be coming out in 2027. It's possible. It's possible. More likely 2028, but it's possible. And that's a big movie. Oh yeah, blindness to the Batman. Yeah, I know that. Okay, it's not. But this is obviously Matt Shakeman is not running away with this month. Obviously, okay. But Peacemaker, I want to see what Peacemaker viewership did because I heard it did very well. So yeah, so Peacemaker opens with a strong 22 boost in viewership. Okay. So yeah, according to Samba TV, you know, the Samba TV, the ones the Snyder Code like to use for the Snyder Code Justice League. According to Samba TV, the new season pulled in 22% more US households in its first 4 days. The season one finale back in 2022. What was the reason why? Early digital release of Superman may have helped. No. Well, yes and no. I say no because Superman came out last month and theater, so that helped too. I mean, like, yeah, sure, digitally it helped, but also they being in theaters coming out last month helped it. So I'm saying I'm disagreeing with one half of that, but it's not a bad disagreement. It's not like I'm like knocking it because the movie just came out last month. So and like both things is true, right? Both things is true. The movie came out last month, and the digital release came out. I mean, would it make a difference if the digital release didn't come out for Peacemaker? I don't think so. I don't think so. I know James Gunn. Like James Gunn said, he originally planned for Peacemaker probably to come out after Superman's done in theaters, but I personally don't think it would have made a difference. Okay, if they moved Peacemaker to September or October, instead of August, I don't think it would have made a difference. I think the viewership would still go up unless they think the hype train would die down. That's the only reason I think it's a possibility that the hype train will be the reason why. Okay, Peacemaker definitely. So it's a possible reason. Maybe that's what they thought. Maybe keeping Peacemaker in August is keep the high train for DCU going as right now, because eventually it's going to be a little quiet unless because James Gunn will come out and announce something, or something will be announced DCU wise or whatever, and the noise will come back up again, and we'll start as we get closer to end of the year. Now here's the thing: Supergirl, we might get a trailer this year. Now, why am I basing on getting a trailer this year? Well, because Supergirl comes out in June, right? In June of next year. Superman came out in July of this year, but we got the trailer for Superman in December of last year. So, basing upon that, you would think I could see that they're releasing a Supergirl trailer this year. Okay, I'm not gonna do this. Oh, they're gonna wait for the Super Bowl or like some big football game or some big basketball game. Nah. No. Okay? They're gun jammed. That's not how I roll. It's okay to eat fish because they don't have any feelings. What the heck is that from? Like where are you getting that? What the hell? Okay. Also, I mean, I think it's pissing off a lot of people, Snyder Cult fans, about James Gunn. Look, the Snyder Cult they're going ballistic over the orgy scene, right? Oh, they bought up. This is them. They bought up that. They bought up that picture that Snyder released 3 or 4 years ago of Batman. I'm trying. I hope I don't get limited ads for this, but Batman eating out Catwoman on the rooftop, and the Snyder fans. I think it might move up for a few weeks. I think Batman Part 2 is going to move up. Degrassi. I'm still thinking Batman Part 2 is going to move up. But they're complaining over the orgy scene in Peacemaker episode 1 of season 2, and then all the people pointing up to Zack Snyder's post about Zack Snyder would do this. Zack Snyder would do this. Like that post of the Batman eating out Catwoman on the rooftop. Like Zack Snyder would do that. Like, come on, and BVS and not BVS. BVS is pretty much rated R, the extended edition, and Justice League is rated R. Okay, but obviously Justice League is not as vulgar, it's not as graphic, the rated R version, as Peacemaker, but it's still rated R. Okay. And they're getting called out for being hypocritical with the Snyder thing, and we know Snyder would do stuff like this. I'm sorry, Snyder would put a scene like that in his films. Okay, sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Do you know Zack Snyder? Come on, guys. You're having a problem with James Gunn doing stuff like that? I mean, look, personally, like I thought the scene went on too long. They didn't need to be that long, but they have a problem with that. Look at your guy, Zack Snyder, man. Zack Snyder does edginess, does stuff like this all the time, man. Okay? He even alludes to almost every single movie. There has to be either grape in it or even mention or creepiness towards grape, okay? And I think I would I don't want to see the orgy, obviously, that long, but I think I'd rather see an orgy scene. Clip me on this. Over a grape scene. Okay? A grape scene to me would be a lot more uncomfortable than that. Okay? And Zack Snyder for some reason, has a fan fiction for that shit. A fetish for that. Exactly, Degrassi. Exactly. Like this. like this. Okay, come on, blinded. I'm gonna. Okay, so those fucking Snyder cult had a problem with the origin scene. Fucking shut up. You don't have anything grand to say. You don't have a leg to stand on because your Your Lord and Savior would do the exact same thing if you wanted to in his film. Okay, in his films, or his shows. Yeah, exactly, TJ. Great, it was a great cartoon. Okay. So you think I point out the fucking hypocrisy because it's so easy to debunk them. It's so easy to point out their hypocritical ways. Okay. Okay. And this is a guy who thought the scene went a little too long because I didn't want to see all that stuff for like 5 minutes. But I'm fair at being I'm fair here. Like, okay. Okay. Like, come on. Like, fucking. Like they are so wrapped in their own world, delusional world, that everything they say, you could so easily push back on easily. Okay, it's mind-boggling at times. Great was classic. Okay. Oh, another probably think, oh, there's a multiverse in this. You know they can do the Snyderverse. Come on, man. You think they're gonna do the Snyderverse? Please. I just find their uh-oh. I just find their their delusions hilarious. It's, you know how I speak on them. I go hard on them all the time, and it's I don't have no regrets. No regrets. I send you invites, blinded, Degrassi, TJ, if y'all want to come on. Um, but yeah, man. But man, like it almost proves to a point where maybe the Snyder fans don't watch Snyder films at all, because I see Snyder films. I see Watchmen. Okay, and the stuff with Watchmen is pretty grotesque and very hard to watch at times, especially with comedian and some other characters. Okay, like okay, okay. I seen 300. Okay, one of the senators literally raped the king's wife.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Like TJ, like I wasn't
like at least in the comic it was alluded to, but goddamn, Snyder,
yeah.
you know.
And maybe they haven't seen the Snyder films before BVS or Man of Steel, because Snyder is all into that stuff. Okay, like sorry, all James Gunn did was an orgy. What Snyder has done is a lot worse than an orgy, consensual stuff. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, like it's hypocritical. Like they'll find any way to diminish Gunn. Obviously, because this is them taking a shot at Gunn, taking a shot at Warner Brothers, because the Lord and Savior is not there. Don't realize the Lord and Savior is not pure or anything like that. The guy has a twisted mind when it comes to like the sexual scenes like that. You know, like
Have you ever watched Sucker Punch? That movie is like, what if Sturgis made the movie?
which movie?
Sucker Punch.
Yeah. Like, yeah, another example. Okay, it's 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 how much it's how much hate. That's what hate does to people. Hate makes you dumb. Okay, okay. Hate makes people dumb. And oh, Zack Snyder's Lego Batman goes to prison. Oh, oh. Okay. So how are you, TJ?
I'm all right. I might disappear in a few minutes and then I'll come back.
That's all right. I'm watching it right now. Oh
Also,
my god.
Sideways, it's
Oh,
like a bunch of women stuck in an asylum, I think, and they're running away from a pimp. And
yeah.
then, like, as they're imagining their what's it called, their escape scenes as if they're action scenes in video games.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Me.
And 100%, there was grape ape involved.
Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon. I mean, even oh man, it's acting like it's it's beyond. To me, it's beyond any sense of reality in there. To now, like I can't believe we humans we would say mirror these people, live in the same world.
I
Mentally, we're
wonder
not.
how this cultists happened. I wonder what was the sequence of events. Why him of all
Okay,
people?
they felt because they got the Zack Snyder Justice League. They're all hoping the Zack Snyder Justice League, the DCU, before it was not doing well. They all wanted Zack Snyder back, and they got the rich with the Snyder cult. Now they wanted more. They wanted more. They wanted more. They got greedy and wanted more, and they were mad at DC. But Warner Bros. Decided not to continue the Snyderverse after the Justice League because look, it's not the Justice League. Snyder called Justice League. It was a Justice League movie, but the way it ended was clearly setting up stuff, even though it was the end of the Snyder trilogy because it had Dark Side and all that, right? But so they wanted Justice League
Yeah,
2 and 3, and they just wanted more and more, and Warner Bros. Is not giving it to them. Like movie studios don't have an obligation to give the fans what they want. Okay, okay, like they don't. They
so it
don't.
started with the Snyder cut. That's what you're saying.
It's been around for. I mean, the Snyder fandom has been small until well, I think when it picked up is especially the COVID, the first year or two in COVID is when
Yeah,
yeah, that's when it picked up. Then they want the Batman Affleck film. They're not getting the fucking Batman Affleck Batman film. They have to. It's not happening. Okay, they're not getting Ben Affleck's film. Okay, Ben Affleck says many times he doesn't want to do superhero movies. He doesn't want to do Batman. Why they let the guy just let him do what he wants? Like,
that's really sad though. Like
yeah,
Snyder 100% ruined these people's
they
careers
they,
by
they,
making
they, they,
terrible movies.
they pretend they care for the actors, Snyder, but they really don't care. But they care to let them move on. Okay, especially Ben Affleck, let him move on. Being Batman, let him being alcoholic, drinking. Like,
It did.
yeah,
Yeah, it really ruined his life.
it ruined his. It made him alcoholic. It ruined his marriage. It ruined his marriage. Okay. Yeah, it was to make the. Yeah, I mean, the cut was done before they reshoot Justice League. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. But most of the stuff you saw in the Snyder cut was in the Justice League anyway. They just changed some of the things around. Okay, was literally they're not getting the Ben Affleck film. Okay,
That's why I'm saying this whole summer was indeed the big W for James Gunn. These guys gave him free advertisement, no
he
doubt.
helped. They for sure helped. The success of
They have James
Superman.
Gunn rent free in their heads.
It, Yeah, they're giving more publicity to James Gunn. They made themselves even more, they made themselves even more delusional, more hated, and they give more publicity to James Gunn. Uh, Superman doing well, making 600 million, being the highest grossing comic book film, and I think it's the highest grossing summer film. Well, if you count the spring,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be. And also, Peacemaker season 2, episode 1 had a 22% boost according to Cinema TV compared to the finale 3.5 years ago. That's a good sign because 3.5 years, you never know. Since from a first season to 3.5 years, you never know if people are going to go back to watching it. But that's a good sign because it's obviously because Superman's still fresh. And I read the article. Like I read the article, right? Like I'm saying, like still fresh. Yeah. So I don't think releasing it on demand. I mean, releasing it on demand and the movie still being in theaters definitely helped Peacemaker. I don't think it was a singular thing.
right.
It was both.
So you can watch them both on Max, like back to back. I think that was the idea.
No, it's not on Max. It's on demand.
Oh, okay.
It's on demand. Yeah, it's not on Max yet. It's on demand. I mean, I guess it's doing well on demand. I guess, but it's only been a month, so I would assume for the people that didn't go to the theater, I guess they would watch on demand and Peacemaker could be fresh for them. But I think most of the people that went to see Superman in the theater are probably watching Peacemaker because a lot of hardcore fans like us, we would watch Peacemaker, right?
Yeah.
After seeing Superman in the theaters, yeah, right. It wouldn't matter.
I feel like all these sideshows are made for the hardcore fans, and then all his energy is focused on the big movies.
Yeah, but you want the big movies to not, you want the big movies to generate not just hardcore fans, right? You want to help them generate interest to get more people, because you never know. You might turn a casual viewer, a casual fan, into a hardcore fan. It happens
Yeah,
because it happens to everybody. I mean, at one point, a hardcore fan was always a casual fan. At one point, at the beginning, they're all casual fans,
true.
right? Like it happens. Like everybody was a casual fan
A
at
lot of
one point.
recent Peacemaker fans were casual fans in the beginning.
I didn't know who Peacemaker was until they announced he was going to be in Suicide Squad, and I didn't think he was going to be like mainstay in the DCU, like somebody they're like is important to the DCU because I knew a lot of DCU characters. Right, I knew obviously the big three: Green Lantern, Flash, Santana, Black Canary, Green Arrow. Martian Manhunter, but like Peacemaker, because Peacemaker, I watched a lot of DC shows, animated shows, the Arrowverse. You never see Peacemaker in those shows.
No, he isn't popular at all.
Yeah,
I didn't expect the show to do that well. I
yeah.
didn't
Well,
expect it to be that good either. Based on the quality of every other superhero related show. Damn.
I mean, the quality is. I mean, it has the benefit of being a Warner Brothers show. The quality should be up par. Should be really, really good, right? Like
Yeah.
if it was Disney Plus, if it was Disney show, it would be different.
If it was Disney Plus, forget it. Yeah.
Peacemaker, the face of the DCU. Where's Blinded? I know Blinded was talking today. He's probably tuckered out. But thing is a summer of Gunn, I guess. I mean, but there's not one day we can't go with Gunn mentioned or talking about this. Like, every day, and it's going to be there for the rest of Peacemaker, and probably like in November, in October, in December. Every day is you're right. He's taking massive W's right now. W's. Peacemaker.
Sometimes I feel like he knows. Like let's be real. Like Peacemaker, ever since its inception, like ever since season one, has always been viral.
Yeah.
Lots of memes came out of that show, especially the theme song. Even this,
Yeah.
even this new theme song, like even if people didn't like it, it's still memeable. There are lots of
Mhm.
memeable scenes in these episodes I'm seeing. So there's that. Like 100% James Gunn is taking advantage of that. He knows.
Yeah, yeah, he knows. They all do. They know. He knows for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, look, Peacemaker is not a D-list character anymore. I wouldn't call him A-list, but he's definitely out. He moved up from D-list to like B-list.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. We don't know what the future has of Peacemaker, but people love Peacemaker. So after season 2, I mean, you'll probably see him again. Uh, I don't think James Gunn's gonna infinite W's. That's impossible for a filmmaker.
Yeah, it's going to run out eventually.
Yeah, nobody gets infinite W's, man. Okay, nobody's perfect. Not even the best directors. No, okay.
We've seen Feige, like he'll end up out of touch just like him.
Yeah,
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
yeah. Feige was taking massive W's for a long time, and then
He had a
now
lot
it's
of
like
great ideas, and then now look at him.
now it's been inconsistent. W's or L's. Like this year's been L's. Even though the films that he's done has been, even though the films, Captain America excluded, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were really well done. Eh, But and that's the announcement, guys. There's no Avengers Doomsday cast announcement tomorrow. The announcement tomorrow is Thunderbolts is going to Disney Plus. There, that's the announcement. Okay. Uh, but Gunn's not going to get infinite W's, man. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be something that's going to be bad. I mean, in the DCU, because right, because he's not directing everything, he's not writing everything. Yes, he's putting the people in place. Him and Saffron are hiring the people in place. Kevin Feige does the same thing. It doesn't always mean the W's, right? And Kevin Feige sometimes hire the best directors to direct some Marvel stuff. Like, you know, Thor: Dark World was directed by a very good director, Kenneth Branagh. That movie did bad.
Yeah.
Kenneth Branagh is a good director. Okay, okay. That might be one of Kenneth Branagh's worst movies. Okay.
Studio interference went in
Yeah,
the way. Then you
for
have the
sure.
directors crashing out and leaving.
Yeah. Okay. Also, who else from Marvel? I mean, Sam Raimi. I mean, Sam Raimi did fine with Doctor Strange. It's just that I don't think it was his fault why that movie dialogue story didn't make sense. It was more of that. There was interference. Like there was interference, like how there was interference with Spider-Man 3. He totally checked down Spider-Man 3, especially with the Venom stuff. Um, that's why you
Oh
think
yeah.
Marvel they don't really hire the A-list directors because they know the A-list directors are gonna have they're gonna be more difficult. I wouldn't say difficult, but more harder to work with because they're gonna have right their experience, they have success, and they're right. It's not like so that's why you usually go for like the smaller directors and sometimes the middle class directors at times. And like, but you could tell Marvel didn't want to interfere with Sean Levy. Like Sean Levy's Deadpool Wolverine, that was pure like that seemed like not a lot of interference from the MCU. Yeah, Doctor Strange originally going to be horror. Doctor
Yep.
Strange originally was like Doctor Strange was not supposed to have Wanda in it. Okay, it was supposed to be Nightmare.
Nightmare, yeah.
Okay, the villain Nightmare. And the director Scott Derrickson. Yeah, Scott Derrickson who directed the first one. He was supposed to do the second movie, but he left due to creative differences because of that. Because he was told Nightmare was going to be the villain, and they changed it. And nobody liked. I mean, I
Which is
mean
kind of
nobody
ironic because they hired the horror director anyway.
had a
Whose
great
name is Sam
director.
Raimi.
And most of the people that work on this, most of the people that movie that worked on, I haven't heard what Benedict Cumberbatch said about the film, but I know like American Chavez actress and Elizabeth Olsen kind of spoke out how, yeah, the dialogue wasn't the best. They kept changing like the script and stuff, and like it was getting frustrating. You know, I don't know Cumberbatch. I don't think Cumberbatch did anything, but I know those two said something. It's, and I think that's why I think that's one of the turnoffs why some people don't want to don't want to go to Marvel, don't want to go back to Marvel because I think they want to have a script, a physical script, or like some outline or like a screenplay, right? Not just on the fly. When you're hearing all this stuff Avengers Doomsday, like, oh man, oh man. Even though they've done this with Avengers movies in the past where they'll actually have a finished script when they're filming stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know. See, the James Gunn approach is no. We're gonna have a script. We're gonna have a screenplay, right? We're gonna have a. Then we're going to filming. We're gonna have a physical copy, right? We're gonna have physical copy. We're not gonna write this on the fly, right? Oh, they're gonna use her again. Well, kind of hinted that she's gonna be in Avengers Doomsday. I mean, if this is a multiverse,
she has to
movie,
be there.
Her powers literally. Yeah, her portals are literally going to another universe, right? Like,
at the very least, she'll be there, and Doom is manipulating her somehow. At the very least.
Oh fuck! I don't want to. I don't want to do like what Wanda's trying to steal her powers, like again. Like don't deja vu again. Like don't do that with her.
Or the heroes will, use her.
Well, last time we saw her was she was training. She was training with she was training with what's it called? Karj Metal. Whatever it's called. What? Is it Karj Metal? Oh my god, that's where they train.
Kamar Taj.
Yeah. At the end, right?
Okay, so she's supposed to be a sorcerer.
Well, yeah, I guess technically, I mean, to help her control her powers, right? She didn't really learn fully how to control her powers until the end, I guess. But whatever, like, I mean, it's gonna be like 4 years since we saw American Chavez. The actress is to be like in the 20s, and good thing because Soups, the little creep, is lucky. The little creep had Soups that little creep had his hand on the American Chavez actress's like thigh or like knee when she was like 16 or 15 or something like that. Yeah, so like Marvel, they have like a lot of different ways in the multiverse, and here in Peacemaker and Superman, they already have like simple like interdimension stuff. But the thing is, how the fuck did White Dragon's father, have like a secret room with all this multiverse stuff? This dimension, it's so weird.
Oh no, they established it in the first season. Remember?
Yeah, but
like
I know
that hideout is a pocket dimension. That's like basically the pocket dimension before Luthor had the same idea.
Yeah, but I understand we're doing it in Peacemaker because it's continuous to DCU. But like, if you really think about it, Peacemaker should not be what's important for the multiverse, right? That's like the multiverse stuff should be the idea. There's a multiverse where there's the doorways to the multiverse should not be in Peacemaker. It should be in a more like a bigger property. But I understand what we're doing in Peacemaker is to continue the DCU. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're forced to deal with these tiny franchises. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's all they have.
Yeah. Because like, you think about it. I want to know why his father would have a room like this, or vice versa, or with the other dimension or multiverse. I hope this James Gunn answers that.
Yeah,
because I understand what
Luthor one, like back in DCEU, it's fine. It's like a throwaway line. Oh, it's a pocket dimension. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll go along with it. But now it's important. Okay, why isn't this pocket dimension collapsing? Why is it breaking the universe like the other one? What's going on here?
And how is this all connected to the one from the Superman? Like the thing is, right? Like, okay, now I don't know if they're gonna do a big bad like Marvel does, Thanos, Doom. But if they do, I wonder if the big bad will be from another universe now, right? Because they're clearly establishing like multiverse or interdimension stuff, right? Like, I wonder if that's gonna I wonder if that's gonna establish a the big bad is gonna be a villain from another universe. Now, I'm not saying Ultraman because they kind of use that already, so they can't really use E3, Earth 3, right? With Owlman, Superwoman, what's that? Johnny Quick, Power Ring. But can it mean Batman Who Laughs? Is the Dark Universe? Because the Batman Who Laughs is OP as hell in the comics, overpowered in the comics, very really overpowered in the comics. I mean, it took plot armor to defeat him in the comics, literally plot armor. And Batman Who Laughs is a combination of Joker and Bruce Wayne as Batman as one. Can you imagine dealing with a Joker and Batman as one? The sinister hell. It's gonna be hard. But I don't.
Basically, the Joker, but with Bruce Wayne's skills.
Yeah, the
Super overpowered.
sadism and the sinister mind and the craziness mind, the sadistic mind of Joker, plus with intelligence and the preparedness and the tactic ability of the Batman, Bruce Wayne, deadly combo, dangerous combo, and he does a lot of shit in the comics. I mean, even he's able to take out superpowered people. So like. I'm just wondering if I don't know if they're gonna do first a big bad, but I'm just wondering if they do if it's gonna be a multiverse villain. Uh, because like, why would you have this I understand. I guess it's because they have this multiverse thing because it's try to separate the DCU from DCU, but make use of it more in some way, right? I don't want a freaking Ileana Wasservich, an alternate Ileana Wasservich to be the villain. Make something people recognize, care about. Okay, like don't like some. Nope, don't make. Here's the thing: a lot of people didn't watch Creature Commando, so why? If you're gonna make Ileana Wasservich the big villain in the first part of DCU, I think that's a mistake. That's a mistake. I think if you're going to introduce a big bad villain in the DCU, it cannot be from Creature Commandos or animated show. It has to be from a movie or at least a TV show, right? Like you can't introduce it can't be somebody that we've seen already in the show, an animated show first. That's to me. That's not how you build up a major threat, a major villain. Okay, Peacemaker is better to do it. It's better to introduce it in Peacemaker than Creature Commandos because Peacemaker is a live action show and people watch it. It's fresh after Superman. And honestly, the people that see Superman and Peacemaker, I don't think they're gonna go see Creature Commandos because of this. I don't. I think they'll forget about Creature Commandos. I don't think. I'm sorry, but like, I don't think Creature Commandos. I I personally believe this, TJ. I don't think animated shows should be part of the DCU. Okay, because animation shows do get a lot less viewers. What do you think? Oh no, he left. He said he'll be back. Okay, TJ. Yeah, Creature Commandos did not need to happen. And Creature Commandos, I know it's canon, and it's before all that stuff, before Superman and Peacemaker. But I don't think it needed. I don't think it was necessary. Like, I have no problem DC Studios making animated shows or movies from time to time. Do it, but don't make it canon. Don't make them canon. He'll- okay, unless you can see those live action versions of those characters. Okay, like Also putting games in DC. Yeah, games in the DCU. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't want to do that either. Games take a long time to produce to make. I, I mean, I know he's gonna say you really don't need to watch anything to play the game. It'd be like the game will probably be like not really overall important, right? You probably don't need to really know anything from the movies or TV show to play the game. You probably say that, but I still don't think. I don't like the idea of a game either. It's part of DCU. I mean, I have no problem with I have no problem with DCU studios or getting involved with video games, but not part of DCU. I barely played Cyberpunk, so I ended up looking like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme when I saw so Red. Have you played Jedi Fallen Order? Yeah, yeah, he played it. Like, I don't understand why he said this. Yeah, you're gonna do video games. Yeah, I'm sure Warner Bros. I'm sure Warner Bros. Wants to make DC video games, but I don't think it should. I mean, Blind agrees with me. It shouldn't be in the DCU. Just because of the process on how long it takes to make a game, and James Gunn knows that. Like James Gunn is not oblivious. Is not to that. He knows because he's worked on some games in the past. What's it called? Lollipop Chainsaw Lollipop, live action Bride. I mean, James Gunn is working on live action Lollipop, right? Lollipop action. You know the yeah. The secret boss in the first Planet the Fallen Order. Okay, so he knows that. It's not like he's oblivious to that. He's not oblivious to how the video game development is. The giant four-eyed creature. Okay, I want to see something. I knew it, but Lollipop Chainsaw is perfect for Guy. Yeah, he's worked on that. TJ is a tourist. He got you a tourist. Okay. Okay, he's got you a tourist, TJ. Okay. The guy, tourist bud, tourist bud. I can't talk. I can't do a good Sturgis. Tony does a good Sturgis. I can't do a Sturgis. I can't do a Sturgis. Hey, bud. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. James Gunn is a better writer than CM Punk and everything. You're just mad CM Punk's in the WWE. Okay? Okay, bud? Tourist, bud. Um, we're okay. But James Gunn W. Now I know Blind was saying he's on here. Blind is kind of turning heel on James Gunn. Turning heel. It's becoming more like I want to say paranoid. So far, we got two Wonder Woman related characters referred to in the DCU. Yeah. Blinded, if you listen to Blinded on my streams about James Gunn, he's kind of become more cynical of James Gunn. But a lot of Batman related ones. So far, we got two Wonder Woman related characters. Lots of Batman ones. Yeah. And a couple Superman ones. We're gonna get in Well, here's the thing, guys. I forgot to mention that that before Supergirl we got Lanterns, right? Lanterns, right? The Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart show, right? Lanterns. That's gonna be early next year. That's gonna be before Supergirl, right? We'll see how well that does, right? Lanterns. Guy Gardner's gonna be in it. Sinestro's in it. We don't know what the synopsis is. We don't know what the villain is. Well, Sinestro is technically a villain, but we don't know if he's the villain. I am. There's some things. There's some things where he said his plans for DCU and his views, his outlook, his opinions of some characters, characters that I don't necessarily agree with and have some concern with. Okay. Okay. Zack Snyder is a fraud. Did you used to be the biggest Zack Snyder fan there is? I'm kidding. But there are some things I'm a little concerned with Zack. That's that with James Gunn. Some ideas for the DCU. Because he's doing everything that he likes, right? And I guess a director that's a big fan of the source material, any director would do that. But you got to be a little careful. Just because you like something doesn't necessarily mean that everybody liked it, right? I could like in the comic books. I could like one of the most disliked characters there is, right? And make a movie about it and see if people like it. I could do that, right? I mean, people would be like, "This character's so disliked. Why is there gonna be a movie about it?" Right? The only way Clayface will work if Batman's in it, and the thing is, with the Joker movie, the Joker movie, that's the Elseworld story, right? It's the Elseworld story. So obviously the idea of Batman not being in it worked. Bruce Wayne was in it, but still Batman related, but not exactly Batman related quotation marks. Okay, it worked. Clayface, on the other hand, doesn't. Clayface is not the Joker. Joker is right. He's not the Joker. Clayface needs somebody like Batman in it. I'm sorry, he does. Okay, because Batman. I mean, and don't make Batman surprised. I'm sorry. I know Batman's gonna have his own film, Brave and the Bold, but Batman should not be a surprise cameo because Marvel and DC they like to surprise you with cameos or not announced characters that have maybe a major role in it. Sometimes they like to keep that hidden. Don't do that with Batman Clayface. If you're gonna have if you make Batman. Announce who Batman's going to be. Announce it's going to be Clayface. Okay. Announce that Batman's going to be Clayface. Announce the actual Batman. Show Batman in the freaking trailers. Show some pictures. So he can help sell Clayface. Okay. So you can help sell Clayface. I think you're going to need that to help sell Clayface. Okay. As a Batman fan, I'll see Clayface. And as a huge Batman fan, I'll see Clayface. Even if Batman's not in it, I'll see it. But I think for the general audiences, for people that are pay the majority for the movies, the box office rise, you kind of need to sell. You need to sell Clayface on just a Batman, or you have to sell on the Batman with the Batman stuff. You can't just sell Clayface alone. You have to sell with Batman in it. Look, the animated series. The animated series of the two-part origin story of Clayface, that's what's gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit based upon that. That's perfect for this movie. Okay, this could be like a prequel for Clayface and a prequel for Batman in a way. Batman's already established, right? This could be Batman taking on Clayface in the past. Okay. Yeah, the bloopers of Dr. Foster's episode. Like you got to help sell Clayface, you kind of need Batman in it. You need a major Batman lore character, and it has to be Batman. I don't think that movie will work without Batman because everybody's gonna wonder. Everybody wonders gonna wonder: is Batman in it? Is Batman in it? Batman's in it. Batman's in it. Some villains cannot sell by themselves, okay? Without the hero in it. Joker can for a little bit, but even a Joker kind of needs Batman in this film because Joker and Batman are so synonymous with each other, they're so important to each other, right? Yeah, he's right sideways. Yeah, he hasn't confirmed that's the Clayface from Creature Commandos. I think it's the same Clayface. I think it's the same Clayface. I do. I think it's gonna be the Clayface from the from the movie. I do. Okay, but some villains don't necessarily. I'll say this: most villains don't necessarily sell. I mean, I have no problem with DC and Marvel trying to take shots with a villain movie. I mean, Marvel's afraid. Marvel is afraid. It's like Sony Spider-Man villains. Yeah, and they turn them into good guys. TJ, when Sony Spider-Man makes villains movies like Kraven the Hunter, Kraven the Hunter is a hero, a good guy. Not a villain, but a good guy, right? Most likely a good guy, right? He's not a villain. So they even when Sony decides to make a movie based on a villain, they turn him to a good guy, an honorable good guy, not well-intentioned person, right? Right? Like Craven, that movie sucked. I think it might be yeah. And they said no. They said it might be Matt Hagen. I think I read somewhere it might be Matt Hagen in the DCU, not Bissell Carlo. Because Matt Hagen is the Clayface from the animated show. Okay. Look. Here's the thing about Clayface. We don't need to see Bruce Wayne in the Clayface movie. All we need to see is Batman. It's Batman. Okay. You know how I would do this? This is a Clayface-centric movie. I have Batman as doing what he does. Detective work on Clayface, trying to stop Clayface, study Clayface's thing. But I wouldn't even have him take his cowl off for the whole movie until the end. I have Batman take his cowl off at the end, and in the end credit scene, and reveal who the actor is. Okay? You know what I would just do? I would say if I was doing this movie, if I was working in DCU with James, I would say, yeah, this announce Batman's going to be in this movie and he'll have a different role, but I wouldn't announce the actor who Batman is until the end of the film. I would have him take off the cowl and reveal who Batman is, which actor is Batman is. I'll have the guy who's Batman, but not take off. No Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? No Bruce Wayne. Okay? No Bruce Wayne at all until the very end when he takes off the cowl and reveals who the actor is. You know how insane I would be? Because here's the thing. The thing with Batman, I don't think what matters what actors play Batman. I think just hearing the name Batman in the film will help the film itself. Okay? That's what I would do. I would do that. I would not have Bruce Wayne in the film. I would just have Batman in the film. Until the very end, Clayface, he stops Clayface. Clayface is locked up in Arkham. And at the very end, there's a mid-credit scene, end credit scene. Whatever it is, have Batman take off the cowl, the mask, and reveal the actor as playing Batman. Yeah. Like, I would do that. That's how I would do Batman. Okay? If I was doing Clayface. But you know, James Gunn, if you're hearing this, hire me. Bruce Wayne could be mentioned in, yeah. Because, look, Batman could be in the film, and we don't need much story on Batman and Clayface. We know who Batman is. We know he's Bruce Wayne. We know who Batman is. Just have him, wherever, studying Clayface, taking down Clayface, whatever, trying to stop Clayface. And at the end, Clayface is captured, defeated, it's in Arkham, or whatever, Bellweave, whatever prison they can send him to, it should be in Arkham. At the end, reveal who the actor is for Batman, have him take up the cowl. Okay? Just do that. Okay? Just do that. Just do that. Okay? Just do that. Okay? Because you know what? I know the scoopers and the scooper. I mean, the scoopers gonna be like, they did this. The scoopers gonna be like, yeah, I know who Batman is. I know Bruce gonna play Batman, but I hope they don't know. But I do like surprises. All right, I do like surprises. Surprises are good. Okay, surprises are good. Okay, okay, surprises are good. Even for movies and TV shows, surprises are good. Okay, and I did something very rare. I did something very rare for Fantastic Four. Something I as a pet peeve of mine. Pet peeve of mine. And I don't know if you guys know. Some of you might know. Pet peeve of mine going to movie theaters is clapping. It's clapping hands. Because I feel like, why are you gonna clap hands in a movie when nobody's directed the movies in the theater there? Okay? If the people in the theater worked on the movies there, yeah, I'll give them a standing ovation and clap hands. But since nobody, when I saw Fantastic Four, since nobody's worked on the movie was there in the theater, I don't clap hands. But I did Fantastic Four for some reason. You know what I did it for? I did it for Doctor Doom cameo. That's why I did it. That's why. Oh, Spawn? Well, TJ, Spawn has a director. Spawn has a director. But Tom McFarlane says they're not going to announce the director until the script is finished. They have a director. A-list director. A-list director. So Spawn has a director, but they're not going to announce in the script the writing is finished. That's what will announce once the script and the writing and it's finished. They'll announce the director. Still going to be produced by Blumhouse. Yes, Spawn was supposed to be a detective movie starring Simon Twitch. I think that's okay because Spawn's popularity is not what it once was. If this was in the 90s and they do that terrible Spawn movie, I don't think they would like that. I mean, Simon Twitch could be supporting characters, but Spawn would have to be the main focus, main story. But yeah, that's how I would do things. How I introduce Batman. There's nothing wrong keeping the secret of who's playing Bruce Wayne in Clayface. There's had to be Batman in it. Yeah, I know I'm a genius, guys. I know. I should work for DC Studios. I mean, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? I should work for them. Hire me, James. Hire me. I'm free. Hire me, James. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, TJ. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Uh-oh. You there? Oh no. Oh no. I hope you're not having problems. Okay. Hope you're not having problems. Uh-oh. You there? All right. All right, TJ. It's okay, man. You don't have to come in if you're having problems. All right. I don't know. Well, all right. So, I know audio. Okay. All right, he's back. All right, hope it works this time.
Yeah. For some reason,
There
when
we
I
go.
logged in, there was no audio.
Uh, I I don't know. All right, but yeah, I mean, like you're right. I mean, like
It's the only
Clayface.
way. There needs to be Batman. Otherwise, you're wasting people's time. Like that will be a
Yeah,
nice horror movie, but nobody will care, and it will have no effect on the whole franchise. Nothing.
yeah, exactly. Like
Like it will be another Sony movie.
it'll be like Craven. Oh my god.
Yeah, it will be like Craven, exactly, or Venom
Look,
even.
yeah, at least Venom is passable, right? Craven
At
was not
best,
passable.
yeah. At least Venom is passable. Yeah.
Yeah, like Morbius. The Venom movies are passable at least. The other movies, Morbius, Madam Web, and Craven, were were not
Uh,
passable.
Morbius and Madam Web for the memes, but that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, look. Morbius and Madam Web had some funny stuff in it for a really bad movie. For a really bad movie, at least, right? Craven had nothing. Craven had nothing. Nothing to enjoy. Literally nothing. Morbius had at least like Morbid time, right? Madam has some at least a little bit. But Craven, nothing. There was nothing in that film.
Uh, John Wick action scenes, but that's about it.
Well, John. But it was a horrible film. It was a horrible film. It was Madam Web. It's funny because Madam Web and Craven came out the same year. Okay. Madam Web had the worst villain.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Really bad villain. I actually think now there's been a lot of bad comic villains over the years. I think Madam Web had the worst villain of all time, comic
It's
wise.
like a cross between Ezekiel and Cain.
It
That's what
was
they
a
ran
bad
with.
villain. I think he has to be the worst. I mean, Marvel villain. There's MCU has some bad villains. He was worse than all of them. All the Marvel villains,
Oh yeah.
worse than all.
I
DC
hate
has
when
some
they
bad.
do that. Like MCU back in the gap used to do that, where they amalgamated villains. Remember
Yeah,
that? Like Whiplash,
yeah,
same idea.
yeah. But this, yeah, the villain was supposed to be like Cain and Ezekiel. Was supposed to be Cain and Ezekiel, but he looked like it's a dark and super Spider Man. Like the suit was trash. Nothing. It did. It stood out, but stood out in a bad way, a negative way, right? And it didn't make sense. Some DC fans want MCU Phase One style slate for DC, like Superman, Green Lantern, Superman 2, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Flashman, and Robin. But yeah, I know. I
See, he's doing that, but they're like way far apart from each other. I don't know if
yeah
that idea will work. I wonder
yeah.
if
That's
he's
what I'm saying.
really like he's terrified of the idea of superhero fatigue, so he's like going really, really slow.
You-
I
You're trying
wonder.
to you're trying to build interest in the DCU. Is really Supergirl, Clayface the best route to go down? Why not do Bat? Why not? Why couldn't you do Wonder Woman next year or Batman and get the big characters out of the way and help continue building up this momentum, right? Because I mean, I think Supergirl will do it right, but Clayface is like look, Marvel. When they did this, obviously they couldn't use their heavy hitters, right? They couldn't use Hawk, they couldn't use X Men, they couldn't use Fantastic Four, they couldn't use Spider Man. But Thor and Iron Man and Captain America were not like C or D list characters. They're like B to almost A list, right? Because I guarantee you, if they wanted to, if they were able to do Spider Man would probably be the first movie for the MCU. If they
Yeah,
wanted, right? Get off of the most start the franchise the universe off the most popular character. whatever.
Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk. That's maybe
Yeah,
the route they went with.
yeah. But they couldn't because they're all film rights owned by different studios, and technically they still two of them are. Hawk is still owned by Universal, and Spider-Man live action wise is still Sony, right? But at least they could use them in some capacity. Where now they have full control over X-Men and Fantastic Four because they own the Fox assets. It, Aquaman, you see the flag, and but yeah, like, I understand. Like, I understand why they had Supergirl and Superman. Like, Gunn did not need to put Supergirl and Superman, but I think one of the reasons why they put Supergirl and Superman is to help generate interest for Supergirl, right? That's I think one of the reasons why they put her in the film, generate interest in Supergirl, and also maybe why they had a Peacemaker cameo is to generate, even though it's like a 2 second cameo, to generate interest for Peacemaker because to help to get the general audience to watch Peacemaker, right? Because general
Yeah,
audience might skip Peacemaker. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Right. And it's been proven with Marvel that general audiences don't always watch the Marvel Disney Plus shows, and that's been proven. And maybe now, obviously, the thing is, kids can't be watching Peacemaker. So I mean generalize. I mean older general audiences to get people to watch Peacemaker, not kids, especially the orgy scene. I'm no,
there's no way. Yeah,
like no. Like there was people crying about Deadpool and Wolverine being rated R. Man, man, I never saw the same energy for Peacemaker. Man, I don't know. Aquaman? Who knows, man? It's funny because I saw Lost Kingdom, and Jason Momoa's Aquaman was like at the end, it's like, "My name is Aquaman," and yeah. It's like, what the fuck? He's Captain Momo.
my name is Iron Man.
My name
Jesus,
is.
they had to.
Yeah, you saw it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did that.
Second,
You did the Iron Man shit, right?
did the Iron Man thing.
Yeah. But I'm like, I thought people knew who Aquaman was. Did Justice League happen? Like, they didn't know who, like, seriously, they didn't know who Aquaman was? Then? It didn't make
Well,
sense.
that didn't make sense. Yeah, I think they just ignored. They just forgot
Yeah.
Justice League movie happened and then moved on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Like, they didn't know he's from Atlantis or whatever. I don't know. It was bad. It was bad. I don't know what's the Aquaman, man. It's a good question. Uh, Tomorrow's comic book day. Same here. And I'm gonna end it now because I know I got stuff to do. Right? Where do you could get Vito's comic? Like the file, the PF file. Do you know or do you...
Oh, some people have them. You can just ask them.
Okay, so Tony has it then.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to read it. All right.
Or you could watch our stream.
But you did
Because we read
6
the whole
hours,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Vito's crashing out.
Throughout the whole time, yeah. And he was
Oh,
crashing out the next day.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know blind. I know you guys talked about. I know blinded it. I
That's
know
not
Dick man.
the problem. He doesn't know You know, it also your comic book counts on the way you conduct yourself.
Yeah.
That's what he doesn't get. So him crashing out in people's chats won't help him. He may have had a good review here and there, but that's not
He's
going
not
to help.
accepting. He's not accepting criticism. You know who it sounds like, right? Like
Yes.
Real July, Eric July. He sounds like Eric July.
Like, let's say he's right, and everybody's critique of his comic was worthless. Let's say he's right. Then why are
Yeah,
you fighting with them?
yeah. If people don't like your comic and find fault in your comic, it's it's not on the people that's reading. It's you. It's your job. It's your job. And it's not just for it's not just for applies to Vito. It applies for everybody who's trying to get people to enjoy their stuff. It's your job to make people interested in your stuff. If people don't like your stuff, it's not their problem.
Yeah.
And
You
if
see the
people
Todd
say,
Larson guy, the new Represent member,
yeah,
he was crashing out. Like, people were making fun of his comic, and then he started crashing out. And then Riley went at him and said, "That's not how you conduct yourself, buddy." So Vito's not the only one. Like, this is a rule of thumb. We've had like the dregs of society, like the most miserable people on the
it's
most
his
people,
it's his first
critique
comic,
our
right?
comic script, and we
It's
didn't
his
fight.
first.
You know,
It's Vito's first issue, first comic. So obviously,
yeah,
it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the best. It's gonna right. He has to realize
100%. Yeah,
that, right?
he doesn't.
You can't prove upon. You can't just brush everything away from people that didn't like it. Okay, and like we know, Tony has. First of all, Tony is knowledgeable about comics for years, for decades. He's reviewed comics, obviously. He reviewed because he read comics, so he knows what he's talking about, right? I don't know Vito's comic book knowledge, but it sounds like he's just making this comic for the shock value instead of like trying to put out a good product. That sounds very if you know what I mean, right? Um, it's not good. I mean, like here's the thing: if he's gonna make his next issue, he's not gonna get any backers for two reasons. One, obviously, the process, how long it's gonna make, how long it's gonna take, and the second reason that you don't think it's gonna be any improvements on the second issue because the guy's not willing to take any advice or criticism, any positive criticism or advice. No, TJ, it's okay. I'm gonna end it here, man. You don't have to come back. I'm gonna end it here. They got stuff to do. I got stuff to do now, right? That's right. I'm gonna end it here. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below.